to the inaugural function of World Space Week 2023. World Space Week is an international celebration of science and technology, their contribution to betterment of human condition. It is celebrated worldwide between 4th and 10th of October every year, commemorating the event, the launch of first human-made satellite Sputnik 1 on 4th October 1957 and the signing of the Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of States in the Exploration and Peaceful Uses of Outer Space, including Moon and other celestial bodies on 10th October 1967. World Space Week aims to strengthen the link between space and society through public education, participation, and dialogue. It is the largest annual space event in the world and helps build the force of tomorrow. Inspiring students, demonstrates visible public support for the space program, educates the public about space activities, and fosters international cooperation in space outreach and education. In line with the global events, Liquid Propulsion System Center brings to you this outreach program with the theme Space and Entrepreneurship, with the aim of recognizing the growing significance of commercial space industry and the increasing opportunities for space entrepreneurship and new benefits of space developed by space entrepreneurs. Such efforts are made with aims to inculcate a passion for space in young minds and entrepreneurs. To begin with, I request you all to rise for state anthem.
Adinayaka Jaya He Bharata.
Jaya Sundara Nadi Varagala Nare Mudeviana Putana Navamaniye Kandada Chandada Vandina Ganiye Ragava Madhusudana Navadarisira Bharata Jananiya Sarujate Jananiya Chogula Vedana Gosha Jananiye Jiva Uminna Vesha Asurina Girigala Sale Ninnaya Koralina Male Kapila Padandala Gautama Dinanta Bharata Jananiya Sarujate Sankara Ramanuja Vidyaranya Basaveshwara Bhagwara Divyaranya Sanna Shadakshari Panna Sampala Kumipati Janna Kumara Vyasara Mangala Dama Kavi Kokile Kala Punyalama Nanaka Rama Nanda Kavira Bharata Jananiya Sarujate Nailaka Vaisara Radina Nade Dankana Chakara Nechina Vide Krishna Sharavati Tunga Kaveri Amara Ganga Chaitanya Paramahamsa Vivekara Bharata Jananiya Sarujate Vajanangada Shantiya Sota Rasikara Gangala Sadaiva Nota Hindu Kraista Musalmana Parasika Janarudyana Gana Gana Holuva Doregala Dama Gayaka Vairikara Rama Kannada Nuri Turi Daduva Geha Kannada Taiya Makkala Deha Bharata Jananiya Sarujate Jaya He Karnataka Mate Jaya He Karnataka Mate Jaya He Karnataka Mate.
I request all dignitaries and audience to please be seated. Before we begin with the much awaited inaugural function, We present before you a short video of the activities carried out by the Indian Space Research Organization and the role played by Liquid Propulsion System Center in realizing Earth-storable and cryogenic engine stages of launch vehicles and satellite propulsion systems and sensors for all ISRO programs. Over to the AV role, please.
Space fortitude, inner strength to ISRO's launch vehicles and satellites. The fascination about the past, the present, and the future has always been leading mankind to explore things since time immemorial. Space exploration is no exception and has taken us to even unforgiving places like the Moon and the Mars. India's space agency, ISRO, is a key player in those inquisitive expeditions. A major part of India's space efforts focus on their benefits to the society, including telecommunication, weather forecast, remote sensing, search and rescue, etc. In ISRO's quest for excellence in space endeavors, the Liquid Propulsion System Center, LPSC, has been its backbone. With the inner strength or fortitude provided to the launch vehicles and satellites by its liquid and cryogenic engines, the center helps the country make giant strides beyond the horizon. The accomplishments could be made by way of the guidance of the visionaries who spearheaded the Indian space program over the years.
We realize that the fantastic accomplishment that we have made in the space journey, including the Almadar that we have in launch vehicles and satellites, came out of one of the important capability of liquid propulsion. Without that, it would have been possible for us to build rockets that take us to the Moon, the Mars, and all those operational missions that we have today. Congratulations LPSC for developing a host of propulsion capabilities. Earth-storable propulsion, satellite propulsion, cryogenic propulsion, and also the futuristic propulsion capability that LPS is on the work. Some of the fantastic accomplishment of LPS includes the mission to Mars, when the engine restarted after a journey through space for almost 295 days. It's also very important to recognize the accomplishment of realizing an indigenous cryogenic capability, both the engines for the GSLV as well as GSLV Mark III are testimonies for those fantastic engineering capabilities that LPSC has. We all realize that liquid propulsion technology is a very complex one, which includes host of technology elements, including material sciences, manufacturing technologies, fluid flow technologies, heat transfer related issues, control systems, precision engineering and manufacturing, etc.
Perched atop the forested hill of Valimala near Thiruvananthapuram, the Liquid Propulsion System Center is the foremost center of ISRO for developing advanced propulsion systems including earth-storable, cryogenic, semi-cryogenic, electric propulsion and green propulsion systems which are used in launch vehicles like the PSLV, the GSLV, the LVM-3, the SSLV and spacecraft such as communication satellites, navigation satellites, scientific missions, etc. It also caters for technology development vehicles and spacecraft for test vehicle project, air-breathing propulsion system, reusable launch vehicle, and technology demonstration missions. Thus, LPSC plays a vital role in ISRO's journey towards self-reliance in space propulsion, inspired by its creative leadership time to time. Founded more than 35 years ago, it has another campus at Bengaluru that focuses on design and development of spacecraft propulsion systems, transducers, and MEMS-based sensors. The assembly, integration, and testing of systems developed by LPSC are carried out mainly at the facilities at Mahendragiri, which was renamed as ISRO Propulsion Complex in the year 2014.
Liquid propulsion systems development in our space program has seen phenomenal progress over the past 5 decades powering ISRO missions to growth. Development of liquid propulsion activity was started in ISRO in the year 1969 with development of a 5 kg thruster. From humble beginning of developing control power plants along with health monitoring sensors, today the liquid propulsion community has developed world-class air storable and cryogenic propulsion systems for powering our launch vehicles. We have also developed and realized a host of spacecraft propulsion systems catering to various class of satellite missions. The dedicated efforts put in by the highly competent liquid propulsion team had made India the 6th country in the world to develop indigenous cryogenic rocket engine technology, and also became a proud nation which tasted success of the C-25 cryogenic stage in its maiden attempt. Significant progress has also been made in infrastructure build-up over the years, catering to various developmental activities.
In its initial years, the liquid propulsion activities for launch vehicles were carried out by the Liquid Propulsion Project (LPP) and the Auxiliary Propulsion Systems Unit (APSU). The Liquid Control System Division (LCSD) was established in the year 1985 under APSU for the development of control components and power plants for liquid stages and the fourth stage of PSLV. Later, in the same year, LPP and APSU merged and got renamed as the Liquid Propulsion Systems Unit, LPSU, which was renamed as the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center on the 1st of June 1987. The liquid propulsion activities picked up momentum with the successful firing of a bipropellant thruster in the presence of none other than the father of the Indian space program, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, during September 1969. This was followed by the development of liquid-powered control system in SLV-3, the first successful launch vehicle of ISRO, and the control systems for the Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle, ASLV. The Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle (PSLV) uses Earth-storable propellants, which are liquids at normal temperature and pressure. For its second stage, powered by the Vikas engine and the indigenously designed fourth stage PS4. In addition, it employs liquid power systems for attitude control and components for flow control. The restart of the PS4 stage in flight, leading to the delivery of payloads into different orbits, helped ISRO demonstrate the astounding act of placing 104 satellites in corresponding orbits for a single launch in the year 2017. With the most versatile liquid propulsion systems, the PSLV has indeed surpassed its competitors and is regarded as one of the most reliable and cost-effective launch vehicles. The Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle (GSLV) and its newest version, LV-M3 of 4-meter diameter, extensively use stages propelled by liquid and cryogenic propellants. GSLV's uppermost stage uses cryogenic propellants, whereas the Earth-storable liquid propellants are used for the L40 strap-ons and the second stage. Development of cryogenic engine that started with the testing of a single injector element in the year 1987 progressed through the testing of gas generators, turbo pumps, and the integrated engines. Successful stage hot test for the full flight duration proved the strength of the cryogenic fraternity in design, realization, and testing of engine and stages. The impeccable saga continued and culminated in the stupendous OneWeb India missions that delivered multiple satellites through dexterous reorientations of the terminal cryogenic stage. Liquid propellant engines facilitate flawless propulsion of the satellites from the parking orbits to the final orbits. The liquid apogee motor, LAMP, and the attitude and orbit control system, AOCS thrusters, meet the varying requirements for spacecraft propulsion. Bipropellant systems with thrusters of 22 Newton, 10 Newton, and 5 Newton, and monopropellant systems with 11 Newton and 1 Newton thrust levels are employed for station keeping of satellites. Liquid propulsion systems were operated for a cumulative duration of more than an hour to steer the first Chandrayaan spacecraft from the Earth's to the Moon's orbit. The lamp of the historic Mars orbiter mission became the first of its kind to be rekindled after the celestial slumber of 10 months in space. LPSC also carries out development, qualification, and delivery of various pressure transducers, temperature sensors, liquid level sensors, and fiber optic sensors for launch vehicle projects and pressure transducers for satellite projects. The designs of all the systems are 3D modeled and meticulously analyzed for the flow, thermal, and thermostructural conditions before being realized and tested. The center is equipped with facilities for the highly efficient and eco-friendly cryogenic propellants, wherein the propellants are stored at temperatures very much below the freezing point of water. With time, the center led the development of various facilities like the liquid upper stage test stand and hat facility. The former is used to test the indigenously developed PS4 engine and stage. The hat facility is used for testing the engine under high altitude vacuum conditions. LPSC also has precise calibration facility for the flow control components as well as injectors. The center can boast about its world-class clean rooms which carry out assembly of valves and control components. The delivery of hardware for the various programs has been made possible only by the precision fabrication facilities in-house as well as its industries. It also has assembly and testing facilities to ensure superior performance and maximum life for the thrusters in space. Electron beam welding facility, spacecraft propulsion system, components assembly and test facility, the integrated titanium alloy tank production facility, the integrated cryo manufacturing facility, etc., established in and around Bengaluru, also cater to the center's ever-growing programs. LPSC now gears up for ISRO's future programs, including the ambitious Gaganyaan mission, in which Indians orbit the Earth in ISRO's space vehicle launched from the Indian soil. For this mission, the center is responsible for human rating of the cryogenic C25 stage and the Earth-storable L110 stage, along with the service module propulsion system, crew module propulsion system, cabin pressure control system, umbilicals for orbital module, thermal and humidity control system, human metabolic simulator, crew module, uprighting system, and test vehicle for crew escape system. The center develops the Mammoth semi-cryogenic booster engine with 200 tons of thrust based on liquid oxygen, refined kerosene propellants, and is all set to qualify its feed unit named as the Powerhead Test Article at the Integrated Engine Test Stand in Mahendragiri. This biggest liquid engine of ISRO, once ready for flight, would be an engineering marvel.
I'm also excited to know about LPS plan to develop new engines, including the semi-cryogenic engine, the LOX-leaded engine, high-thrust electric propulsion system, throttle-level engines, and reusable engines in the future. Our journey of the space program will be empowered really by the engines of the LPSC having its best performance, very high efficiency, low mass, and low cost of production. The journey of LPSC will definitely be one of the hallmark of the success of ISRO's program as well. Let it spur new developments.
Propulsion system thrusters ranging from 1 millinewton to 300 millinewton for spacecraft propulsion. It also plans to demonstrate americium-based 1-watt radioisotope heater unit in the first technology demonstration satellite and the third Chandrayaan missions.
For enhancing the payload capability of ISRO's launch vehicles, we shall be soon rolling out semi-cryogenic propulsion system as well as C-32 cryogenic stage. We shall also be inducting all-electric propulsion system for enhancing the performance of spacecrafts. The liquid propulsion team is actively pursuing human rating of L110 and C-25 stages, development of crew and service module propulsion systems, test vehicle propulsion systems, and various subsystems of environmental and life support systems for our prestigious Gaganyaan program. We have also initiated a 100-ton large methane engine development for the next generation launch vehicles of ISRO. Other significant developments like tractable gas engine, green propulsion systems, RF-driven plasma thrusters, air breathing and hybrid propulsion systems for future programs are also on the anvil. We have generated a liquid propulsion roadmap for the next 20 years for ensuring total self-reliance in earth orbit and in space propulsion systems. All this and more shall be definitely made possible by the highly motivated liquid propulsion team, which doesn't need a second invitation to take up challenging national missions. It's a historical event for Indian space program and a proud moment for all the Indians across the globe on this momentous occasion of the successful launch of the Chandrayaan 3. The entire spacecraft community has put wholehearted effort during last 4 years and we have realized a marvelous, great scientific satellite. 4 liquid propulsion modules, 2 in the launch vehicle, the L110 stage, C-25 stage, it has performed extremely well along with all other vehicle systems. We to have 2 more propulsion modules, one for taking the spacecraft to the moon, another one for soft landing. I think it is already well integrated, the system that is very good.
सबको सैल्यूट करना चाहता हूं।
With its legs firmly rooted, arms flexing with the rippling muscles, LPSC provides the very much needed fortitude, the space fortitude, to the ever-expanding celestial voyage of India.
We hope that with this video we could bring ISRO closer to you. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome all dignitaries to the dais. I request Chairman Organizing Committee, World Space Week 2023 to please escort the dignitaries. Thank you. We are commencing our event by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. This is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting of thought and enlightenment. I humbly request the distinguished dignitaries on the dais to please step forward and kindly join the lighting the lamp ceremony.
ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಕರುನಾಡ ದೀಪ ಸಿರಿನುಡಿಯ ದೀಪ ಒಲವೆತ್ತಿ ತೋರುವ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಬಹುದಿನಗಳಿಂದ ಮೈಮರೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುವ ಕೊಳೆಯ ಕೊಚ್ಚೇವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಂಪು ಸೂಸಲು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಣ ಚಾಚೇವು ಬಹುದಿನಗಳಿಂದ ಮೈಮರೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುವ ಕೊಳೆಯ ಕೊಚ್ಚೇವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಂಪು ಸೂಸಲು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಣ ಚಾಚೇವು ನಡುನಾಡಿರಲಿ ನಡುನಾಡಿರಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಡೆಯ ಕೆಚ್ಚೇವು ನಡುನಾಡಿರಲಿ ನಡಿನಾಡಿರಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕಡೆಯ ಕೆಚ್ಚೇವು ಮರೆತೇವು ಮರೆವ ತೆರೆದೇವು ಮನವ ತೆರೆದೇವು ಒಲವ ಹಿಡಿದನವ ನರ ನರವನೆಲ್ಲ ಹುರಿಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಹೊಸೆದು ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚೇವು ಕನ್ನಡದ ದೀಪ ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯ ಕಣ್ಣು ಹರಿವನಕ ಸಾಲು ದೀಪಗಳ ಬೆಳಕ ಬೀರೇವು ಹಚ್ಚಿರುವ ದೀಪದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯ ರೂಪ ಅಚ್ಚಳಿಯದಂತೆ ಕೋರೇವು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯ ಕಣ್ಣು ಹರಿವನಕ ಸಾಲು ದೀಪಗಳ ಬೆಳಕ ಬೀರೇವು ಹಚ್ಚಿರುವ ದೀಪದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯ ರೂಪ ಅಚ್ಚಳಿಯದಂತೆ ಕೋರೇವು ಒಡಲೊಡಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಡಿನಾಡಿನಾಚೆ ದೂರೇವು ಒಡಲೊಡಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಡಿನಾಡಿನಾಚೆ
A A heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guests for giving this auspicious beginning. On this note, we shall begin this rendezvous with the inaugural speech from an esteemed chairman, Organizing Committee, World Space Week 2023. It would be befitting if I do not introduce to you the pillar of support whose dedication and efforts have been instrumental in realizing this event. Dr. M. Karthikeyan is Division Head, Quality Assurance for Satellite Propulsion Systems. As a propulsion expert, he contributed to more than 50 satellites, out of which he was the project manager for 25 of them, including Chandrayaan 2 and 3. He is also the Deputy Project Director, Quality Assurance for Propulsion Systems of Gaganyaan project. It is with immense pleasure that I call upon Dr. M. Karthikeyan to enlighten us with a few words and welcome all dignitaries on the dais.
The most respected and honorable Director LPSC, Chief Guest of the program, our Deputy Director LPSC, Guest of Honor, the most respected and Dr. Veeranna Charaniman, Chairman VV Sangha, who is on the way now, Sri SM Mulla VO Mudhol and Engineer Magesh Hathani, Honorable Secretary BBV Shankar Bhagalkot, Engineer Magantesh Yesh Hatter, Chairman Bgmit, Dr. Shravan Kumar B. Kedo, Principal of this college Bgmit, World Space Week Subcommittee Chairman Sri Vasudeva Rao, Sri Dhananjay, Sri Rajesh, Sri Narendra, Sri Kamran Ahmed, Sri Satish Kumar, Sri Krishnamurthy, Senior Admin Officer, and Subcommittee team members, all ISRO colleagues who have come for this program, professors and teachers from Bgmit, JCM, ADOSAF representatives, teachers, and my dear students, today you are the VIP who are participating in the World Space Function 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning all. The World Space Week is an international event of space and science and technology celebrated all over the world between 4th October to 10th October every year. This World Space Week is celebrated more than 90 countries, including our country, India. Our Liquid Propulsion System Center, ISRO, is also celebrating in and around the Bangalore within 100 kilometers since 2011 as an outreach program. This year, the principal Bgmit approached us to celebrate this year in Mudhol for you. Our Deputy Director, Sri K. Samaya sir, is also convinced and appropriately put the request to our Honorable Director, telling that you students from these districts are very much background and not easy to reach ISRO or scientific community due to the location. You are North Karnataka, which is very far from Bangalore. So he has nicely put the request. Our beloved director is also agreed and approved the program. On top of that, he consented to join the program because it is conducted in village. Sorry, sir, also from village background. Dear all, that is how this has been materialized. Today, in this event, 10,000 students, today and tomorrow, 10,000 students and teachers are participating in 2 days. For them, presentation, competition, exhibition and interactive sessions are conducted through LPSC ISRO with the combination of, with association of Bgmit. Dear friends, our beloved director, Dr. V. Narayanan, is played a pivotal role in Chandrayaan 2's success landing. He is number 2 in ISRO and responsible for making all ISRO policies and conduct MRR, that is Mission Readiness Review, to clear or launch to happen on what date. Is ಮಾನ್ಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಮ್ಮ LPSC ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಆಗುದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಅದಿಷ್ಟ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸಾರ್ ವಿತ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ಸಾರ್ ವಿತ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳಿ. Today we have assembled a function. Our beloved director, despite of his busy schedule, has found time to grace the occasion. As I told him earlier, village people he likes very much. On behalf of the organizing committee and my personal behalf, I extend warm welcome to our director. As I mentioned earlier, our Deputy Director, Sri K. Sambaya Sir, is the instrumental for this program to happen. He is extended all encouragements and supports towards the execution of this event, and he is with us, guided us all the points wherever we find problem towards the conducting event in a very grand success manner. On behalf of organizing committee, on behalf of myself, I welcome Deputy Director K. Sambaya Sir. We visited BBVS Sangha office at Bagalkot, and we had a great opportunity to meet the most respected chairman, Dr. Veeranna Charamanth. He is on the way now. I am really amazing about his technical knowledge, competency, management skill, spontaneous decision, and the respect what he has got among the public. It is hats off to them. Since he is not there anyway on the way, we still will welcome him. We will give claps to him. It is obvious without government official, no program can be happen successfully. Here today DDPI and BEO both are planned to come. You know, today's Chief Minister visits that Bagalkot, so DDPI has not come. And here Sri Yasamulla BEO Mudhol has come. He is also began the scheme for happening this incident very smoothly. I extend warm welcome to sir. Engineer Magesh Adani, Honorable Secretary, BBV Sangha, is again behind the scene, and we have seen all the arrangements. He is also instrumental. The other day he called us BBV Sangha and appreciated, thanked us, he asked us he said he will extend full cooperation to the function in the fantastic way. Since he is also behind the scene, I am extend warm welcome to you, sir. Our engineer Magatesh Shankar, Chairman Bgmit, is very keen in students' developments, and the interest what he shows on the students to acquire knowledge on space science and technology is amazing. Even yesterday, I could see him visiting college, seeing whether all the program going smoothly. He thoroughly reviewed all the program to happen successfully without any hindrance. I also extend warm welcome to you, sir. As I mentioned earlier, the principal of the institution, Dr. Sharon Kumar B. Kero, is the man. He is the key person for the event. He was toiling last a couple of months, and he made all professors, volunteers to join together with our ISRO team, and he made all the preparation to make the function very grand success. I also extend warm welcome to you, sir. Once again, warm welcome to teachers, professors, today's VIPs, you students, the office bearers of ISRO, staff associations, ISRO Staff Association, LPSC Staff Association, and ADOSEF, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of organizing committee, I cordially welcome all my colleagues and friends for this function. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of World Space Week 2023 and on my own behalf, I welcome you, sir. Dr. V. Narayanan, Honorable Director, LPSC, is an eminent propulsion expert and a pioneer in cryogenic engine and stages. He built a strong platform for the unquestionable success of Chandrayaan-3 mission through his tireless reviews and perpetual support. Dr. V. Narayanan is a true leader and is spearheading the liquid, cryogenic, semi-cryo propulsion and spacecraft propulsion activities in propelling our space programs impeccably. It is my honor to welcome our beloved director, Dr. V. Narayanan, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Most respected and beloved Secretary of this institute, Mr. Engineer Magesh N. Adani, Honorary Secretary, Engineer Mangesh Setar. I understand he has served in Samsung for more than 18 years and left a very, very lucrative job, and he is here to do service for the student community and for improving this area. Sri S. M. Mullah, BEO of this area. My friend, Mr. Shambhaya, the Deputy Director of LPSC Bangalore Unit. Mr. Karthikeyan, who is the Dr. Karthikeyan, who is the Chairman of the World Space Week 2023 Organizing Committee. And the most responsible and respectable Dr. Saravan Kumar, Principal of Bgmit. This is, I understand, he is the person who has to run behind the show to make this function to this level. And organizing committee members of World Space Week 2023, teaching and non-teaching members of Bgmit, my dear beloved students and LPSC members, very, very good afternoon to all of you. I consider this as a great honor and privilege to stand in front of you on this very, very important function, the World Space Week celebration of LPSC 2023. Really, while entering the institute itself, I can understand the standard of the institute, the discipline of the institute. By just a first look itself, I am quite impressed about the institute and the way it is really growing. And I understand this is the 10th year of the institute, and really, on behalf of the LPSC, entire LPSC community and the ISRO management, let me extend our warm greetings to the Bgmit on the 10th years of your journey, and wish you to go to greater and greater heights and contribute for the society and for the country. And as it was told, the World Space Week is celebrated actually between 4th to 10th October. I think already the purpose of the World Space Week is already explained. I am not going to explain those things. The main purpose of this World Space Week is to take the space activities, the achievements, and the future programs to the common man and the students and make scientific timber so that the people will be aware of the space activities and people will contribute for the country's growth. That is the main purpose. You all know it was in the year 1957, 4th October, there was a breakthrough in the space activity in the world. The first Sputnik was launched. And from that humble beginning, 1957 to now, something around 66 years. If you see globally, something around 5,722 launch vehicles are launched across the world. And 11,000 plus satellites are launched. And currently, something around 4,800 satellites are in service in the orbit. And these satellites are meant for both strategic applications as well as bringing the benefit of space program for the common man. And if you see India, this year is our Diamond Jubilee year. And Indian space program was started even though in the year 1962. The true starting was on 21st November, that is just yesterday, 21st November 1963, we had the first launch of a rocket from Indian soil. So thereby, ideally speaking, yesterday we were supposed to celebrate our Diamond Jubilee, but now we have set the celebration on 25th of this month. In fact, tomorrow night I have to reach Trivandrum for participating in the function. And from 1963, last 60 years, if you look at the accomplishment and achievements of Indian space programs are huge and huge. And the space program was started by Vikram Sarabhai, who is the father of Indian space program. And 1963, the rocket, whatever we launched and the payload, what we placed, a sodium vapor payload, both doesn't belongs to us. The rocket came from USA and the payload came from France, and our people were involved in assembly, and some of the equipments, important equipments were data acquisition, telemetry, tracking system came from other countries, and our people simply assembled along with the support of other people and we launched. And it was in the year 1967, November 20th, we had a indigenous rocket launch. That rocket was just 1 meter height, 7 kg mass, and that was the first indigenous rocket. From that, if you look at last 60 years, the growth of Indian program, Indian space program is phenomenal. First of all, our forefathers, our visionary leaders strongly felt that the advanced technology like space technology can be used for the benefit of common man of this country. And to bring the common this benefit, we need 3 systems. One is satellites of different classes, different types. Second thing is launch vehicle to place the launch vehicle satellite in the orbit. Third thing is ground equipments. And the development started simultaneously in all the 3 areas. Now, to our credit, we had the first launch vehicle, the SLV-3, placing the Rohini satellite in the orbit July 18th, 1980. And that was led by none other than APJ Abdul Kalam, the president, people president of this country. He was the project director. And that rocket was having a 17-ton mass and placing 40 kg satellite. Today, to our credit, we have developed and realized 6 generations of launch vehicles. And the heaviest launch vehicle was launched in the year 2017. And after 37 years of the first SLV successful rocket. And the mass is approximately 37 times of the SLV-3 rocket. And that was 17 ton. This was little 640 tons, which is 37.7 times. In 37 years, that was the growth. And the satellite, the capability was from 40 kg, we have grown to a capability of placing 9,000 kg in the orbit. That is the growth in the launch vehicle area. And till today, we have launched something around 95 missions in the launch vehicle area. And we have made a lot of accomplishments. And something around 3,500 plus Rohini sounding rockets have taken place from Indian soil. Coming to the satellite area, till 1975, our knowledge was very limited. It was in the year 1975 we had the first Aryapata satellite. And all Karnataka people can be proud. The project director of that first satellite was none other than Professor U.R. Rao, who belongs to this state. And even though he is an Indian total, surely the Kannada people can be proud of that person who was the first satellite director. And from that, in fact, that satellite we realized with the support of other countries, mainly Russia, and the satellite was launched by Russian launch vehicle. From that humble beginning, today we have realized 125 numbers of satellites of different varieties, and we have placed in the orbit. And 1980, the satellite mass was 40 kg. Today, our capability is up to 6,000 kg satellite. We are in a position to realize and place in the orbit. And when you look at the applications, yes, so many rockets have gone, so many satellites have gone for what? And it is really for benefiting the common man. And if I have to talk about application, that itself will take more than 1 hour. I am not going to do that. But a couple of applications I must tell you. Earth observation, wherein we really monitor the resources and we manage the resources. And India is an agricultural country. You know, when we got independence 1947, 97% people were below poverty line. And we are contributing towards satellite program for 46% of land is agricultural land. And we are contributing through the satellite program on the food security. I will tell how. When we really grow our paddy or sugarcane or any, for that matter, any food crops we grow, other countries are monitoring what India is going to harvest. And they assess to understand what is our capability, where we are having shortage, where we are having excess, they are monitoring. And it is also our responsibility to monitor, and we are also monitoring. And to understand what is going to be harvested, what is going to be the yield, so that we can have proper planning for the food security. And water security, this is yet another area. And resource management. And we continuously monitor the forest fire. We continuously monitor the resources of the country. And one of the example I will tell you, you know, India is having something around 7,500 kilometers of seashore. And so many of our brothers are involved in fishing activities. And at least I am from a place, my native place is just 1.5 kilometers from seashore. And so many of my friends, fathers or brothers, they go for fishing, and after 3 days they come with sometimes nothing. And you see what type of manpower waste, what type of petrol or diesel waste, how much wastage is there. Today, we are in a position through the satellite we monitor where we are having a lot of fish, and we inform to our fishermen, and they go to the right place and catch fish. And through this area alone, we gain per year 34,000 crore rupees we gain, which is, whereas our ISRO budget is only 14,000 crore. And that is the type of benefit coming only through that area. Now you take, for example, television broadcasting and telecommunication. This is another area. I think the youngsters cannot understand the revolution which has taken place in the television broadcasting. At least people are in the age group of 50 plus, you can understand. Just 25 to 30 years back, actually I joined ISRO 40 years back. And 30 years back, what was the programs in the TV? Hardly in Tamil, weekly we used to get only 5 Tamil songs. weekly only 5 Tamil songs on Friday. And that was the situation in any language. And from that humble beginning today where we stand, so many channels, so many revolution has taken place. Space is really responsible for that revolution. Take telephone connection. 30 years back, if you have to make a phone call from here to Bangalore, I think the elders and I think he's from Samsung, you can understand. We have to go to the trunk booth, we have to book trunk call and wait for how many hours. And nobody knows when you will get the connection. And today where we stand. Now, in fact, I want to tell, I am from a village near Nagarkoil and I was sent abroad, Russia, 1993. I was there 10 months. During the entire 10 months, not in a single time I could talk to my parents. Even though we belong to Kanyakumari district, such a developed district, I could not talk because there was no telephone connection. But today, if you see every one of us having mobile connectivity, and in my house we are only 4 members, we are having 7 phones, 5 mobile phones, 3 landlines, and this is the case everywhere. Not only that, if you make a phone call, even to abroad, take USA, 30 seconds if you don't get connection, we are tensed. I hope we are not getting connection. But how much revolution has taken place and in that area. And like that telemedicine, teleeducation, so much work has happened. Another area, navigation. We are having a set of navigation satellite. Through that, we do lot of service. One service I will tell you. You know, today we are having in the country around 8,000 trains. And 2,800 trains are real-time monitored. Where it is coming, where it is moving, everything is real-time monitored. And we are going to connect all the trains maybe within 1 year, everything is going to be monitored. And not only that, vehicle tracking and boat tracking. This is yet another application. There was a time, if you have to go by train, nobody knows when the train will come and people have to go to the railway station. Maybe after 6 hours, 7 hours, train may come, may not come. Sometimes train will be cancelled and you will come back. When you come back, somebody will tell train has come and crossed. And all those confusions were there. But today, that is not the situation. Now coming to another application, disaster warning and management. You know, the cost of human being cannot be evaluated. It is invaluable cost. And when there was a time, tsunami or flood or whatever natural disaster, we used to lose thousands of our brothers and sisters. Today we are having fantastic system to monitor and inform well in advance and vacate the people and save their life. I think the ISRO budget, whatever government is giving, is very meager amount compared to this type of services. It's a huge service today ISRO is doing. And strategy area, you know, we don't have very good neighbors. And continuously you have to monitor. And continuously you have to monitor in the seaside, you have to monitor in the Himalaya side, in the land side. And for that also we are serving. Thereby, if you take an ATM service, and actually we used to tell in a single thing, almost some 50 areas we are serving this country. To understand the benefit of space program, we used to say, between evening 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we should one day switch off all the satellites. Then we have to see the fun, what will happen. In the house, most of the houses, nowadays we are having 2-3 TVs. Because children want to see one channel, mother want to see another channel, husband want to see another channel, and every TV box will become an empty box and it will come to the street. And no ATM connection will work. Telephone connection will come to a standstill. And strategically somebody will try to occupy because the moment they understand the satellites are not monitoring, we will be really in trouble. And basically the life will come to a standstill. And you all will agree with me one more thing. Say 30 to 40 years back, nobody knows when it will be raining, when it will not rain. In fact, we used to make some jokes. While the news comes itself, they will make a little confusing news. It may rain, may not rain, or it may be little heavy or may not be heavy. This type of confusing statement used to be there. But today, such a confusion is not there. We are very clear. When there will be rain, what is the type of rain quantity? I think fairly we are in a position to predict. Thereby, to the common man, a great service is done by the space program. Now, when we started our space program, as I told 60 years back, and when Professor URO started the satellite program 1975, we were not having this type of luxury. Today when I came, there was one vehicle I was in one vehicle, in front of me another vehicle is going, and here also there are different situations. And in our entire office we had only one old Jeep. And the rockets were tied on bicycles and moved, not new bicycles, very old bicycle, it used to be tied and it was moved. We used to call it as a bicycle era. And satellite, first satellite, Aryabhatta satellite in Bangalore city, for a test it was moved in bullock cart. The Kalavandi, I think, I don't know in exactly Kannada, I don't know the bag. So Kalavandi Kundu. From that cycle and bullock cart era, when you look at, today we have come to a great level. Now recently, on 23rd of August 23rd, you all know, we had the Chandrayaan 3 successfully landing near the south pole of Moon and making all the Indians proud and putting the Indian flag top of all other nations' flag, because we are the first country and only country which landed near the south pole. What a fantastic achievement. And when we were tying the rocket in our bicycle, if you look at other area, 1967, we are tying our bicycle rocket, small rocket, in the bicycle, old bicycle. 1961, Yuri Gagarin is sent to space and brought back safely by Russia. So that is their growth. 1969, just 2 years after our 1 meter height rocket went to space, I was in the first standard, sitting not in this bench desk, nothing, on the floor with 20 of my classmates. And actually a beautiful classroom, single classroom, and 5 classes will happen. You can understand how the classes will happen in a single room and small partition, and classes used to happen. And that building is a fantastic building. We used to pray, every day we used to pray. They have made daily rain should happen. You know why rain should happen? If rain happens, immediately they will declare holiday because we cannot sit inside the class. Here the roof is only made up of that palm tree leaves. It will be fully flooded. I am not joking. It is fully used to be flooded. And out of 5 classes, 2 classes will happen on the veranda of CH Church. So that was the class we were studying. And 1969, in the first standard, and our teachers, one day, we are so much enjoying because we are not knowing what is happening. Teachers are not inside the class. They are working here and there with some small radio. And all of a sudden they came and told the man has landed on the moon. 1969. That time we are tying that one small rocket in bicycle. From that beginning, today, if you look at the achievements, the Chandrayaan 1 spacecraft. Chandrayaan 1 spacecraft is the first interplanetary mission for us, and we have succeeded and found water molecules on the moon, and India is the only country till today found water molecules on moon and made all Indians. And Chandrayaan 1 also one great experiment we did based on the advice of Abdul Kalam ji. We have gone there and we were not supposed to land that mission. He told better to put our tricolor on the moon. And it's a great thinking. And we have put the Indian flag impacted the Indian flag on the moon. Thereby, we have registered land for all Indians in the moon. Not only the present generation, future generation, also we have registered the land. Unless you go on the land and people will say that you are not come, this is not your place. This is what will be told. So we are done. And take the mission to Red Planet, Mars Orbiter mission. We have to travel 68 crore kilometers to go to Red Planet. Almost 295 days we have to travel. And India is the only country and first country successfully accomplished Mars Orbiter mission in the first attempt. None of the developed country could succeed in the first attempt. India is the first country we recognized. Not only that, if you calculate the total distance traveled and the amount spent and calculate per kilometer how much we have spent, the amount spent is less than the travel by auto. You can understand such a low-cost mission, India is the only country which has accomplished. Now, we started our program much later, but at one point of time, we thought that we should become world leader in a couple of places. And in a single rocket, Russia is the country which placed 37 satellites earlier. We decided we will place 100 satellites. And finally, we have successfully placed 104 satellites in a single PSLV rocket, and we have made world history. Thereby, India is the first country which accomplished more than 100 rockets in a single go. And Chandrayaan 2, it had multiple objectives. One was soft landing, and you all know we could not soft land. But we had a orbiter. Even today, it is rotating in the moon's orbit, 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer. And originally, it was designed for 1 year life. Because of our smart work, the life is becoming 7 years. That's a major achievement. Not only that, it is having a camera called OHRC, on-orbit high-resolution camera. And the resolution of that camera is just 30 centimeter. This is the best camera available in the moon surface. And no other country has got such a camera in the moon surface. And Indians can be proud of the greatest achievement. And, you have seen the Mark 3 rocket. Going for this type of missions like Chandrayaan 3 or Chandrayaan 2 or future missions, we wanted to have cryogenic propulsion using liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. Without that, we cannot accomplish greater missions. And we know it is a very difficult task. We are looking at other countries to support. In 1993, finally we didn't get, initially Russia was ready to accept, but finally we didn't get any support. We were stuck. And 1995, we started the program, which took 21 years. And after 20 to 21 years of hard work, today, to our credit, we are having 2 cryogenic rocket engines. And India is the 6th country which is having that capability. Without that, we cannot accomplish this type of greater missions. And 1975, we were looking other countries for satellite technology. And Professor U.R. Rao had great tough time to realize the Aryabhatta satellite. And when Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister, we have conceived, developed, and realized a 2000 kg satellite placed in the orbit using our own rocket and donated to SAARC countries, and we have put Indian flag above. That is yet another major achievement. And when you look at the Chandrayaan 3, we have not only landed, we had a rover, it has rolled out, and there were 6 scientific payloads. So much discovery is made. We have found out 8 minerals on the surface of the moon. We have found out the temperature history. We have found out the seismic activities. And we have found out the electron cloud density. Like that, so much. Not only discovered, we have donated the entire data to the scientific community of the world, and we have put our tricolor above the flag of all the countries. And thereby, lot of achievements are made. Yet another important mission. Aditya alone, I think you have already seen the video. And to study the sun, a 1480 kg satellite is realized with 7 payloads. And India is the only 4th country to have a satellite for studying the sun. And already we have placed in the launch. Right now, we have to travel almost 15 lakh kilometers from sun surface to the earth surface to L1 point. We are on its way. January 1st week, we are going to commission the satellite, and every Indians are going to be made proud through that accomplishment, and India will be the 4th country to have that greatest satellite. And dear friends, our hands are totally tied, And right now we are working on the important program, the Gaganyaan program. We want to take our Indians through our rocket to space. Actually, taking to space is very easy and we have to bring them back safely. So we are working towards that. And you would have heard Honorable Prime Minister giving directions. We are going to build our own space station. In the year 2035, India will have its own space station. And towards that, the first module will be sent in the year 2028. And right now, Chandrayaan 3 was a lander mission and there was a rover, of course, rolled out. 2026, we are going to have a sample return mission. Already we are working towards the sample return means we are going to take samples from moon and we are going to bring back to earth and going to do research. And by 2025, 2026 beginning, we are going to send our own brothers or sisters to space using our own vehicle, LVM-3 human-rated vehicle, and we are going to bring them back. Not only that, 2040, we are going to land Indians on the moon surface and we are going to bring them back safely. And India is working towards that type of programs. So towards that, the entire ISRO organization, 17,500 employees and so many people, industries, everybody is working. But coming to LPSC, I would like to say a couple of points on LPSC. You know, LPSC is making liquid and cryogenic rocket engines and electrical propulsion system for satellites. When you talk about the engine, I want to tell to the students, the engines are nothing different from the car engines. Only small difference. You know, the car engine, it takes us in the car with a speed of something around 100 to 120 km per hour maximum. And to place a Chandrayaan 3 in the orbit, we have to give a speed of 37,000 km per hour. So that is what is done by the propulsion system. So we all are working towards that type of engine and propulsion system. And when a car goes, the petrol car, for if you take oxygen, air plus petrol together, we consume something around 3.5 gram per second of oxidizer, air plus petrol together. When a Mark 3 rocket is lifting off, 4,000 kg per second of fuel has to be consumed. Because 642 tons, it has to be lifted off. So we are all working towards that. And when you take Chandrayaan 3, the LPSC has got greater role to play other than the rocket engines. You know, the engine which took the entire spacecraft to moon and the next engine which made it soft landing. Everything was developed in Bangalore and Trivandrum, and our team, the full team who are all here, these people have directly worked on that. So you please give a big hand to the entire team of LPSC. And coming to my dear friends, ISRO program is a great program, but that it is not run by people from very rich family background. You take Professor UR Rao, I am not going to explain. Very okay. When we have made this type of accomplishments, don't think that all the people are from very, very rich family background. No. People are from very, very humble background. Take Professor UR Rao, who was the first project director of the satellite project director, later became the chairman of ISRO. And take APJ Abdul Kalam. I think you all may be knowing, with humble beginning, he has started his career and then he was leading the first project. Take present chairman Somanath. I think you would have already read his background. He was not having enough money to stay in the hospital while studying BTech. He was staying in a small lodge. Take Dr. Sivan, who was our earlier chairman, studied in a small village. His village and my village is only 2 kilometers away. I know what type of school it is. It's a very small school, very small, humble background. In fact, he was not having enough money to go directly join BTech. So he joined BSc. Subsequently, he moved for BTech after completing BSc. And such a humble background. And take myself. I am from a Pakka small village.
That's an enlightening speech, dear friends. Indeed, when heartfelt words resonate with genuine action, change is bound to come. Thank you, sir, for setting the tone for the event. Next, I call upon the visionary behind our endeavor, our beloved Deputy Director, LPSC Bengaluru, to say a few words. To introduce him, Sri K. Shambaya is a renowned system engineer. His expertise is in the design of spacecraft propulsion systems, matching with international standards. As Deputy Director LPSC Bengaluru, he plays a pivotal role for guiding the team during mission operations that include pre-flight system performance prediction, real-time system performance evaluation, and post-flight system performance analysis for Earth observation satellites, geosatellites, and interplanetary missions. He was instrumental in other prestigious successful missions like Aditya L1, Mars Orbiter mission, Chandrayaan 3, and the list goes on. With these few words, I request Deputy Director LPSC Bengaluru to please address the gathering.
ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಬೀಳೂರು ಗುರುಬಸವ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರ ಪಾದಾರವಿಂದಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮೊಡನೆ ಎರಡು ಮಾತನಾಡಲು ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಧನ್ಯರಾಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗಳು 120 ವರ್ಷದ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಸೇವೆಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದರು. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ಸುಮಾರು 80 ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಈ ಸಂಘದ ಆಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿಯಲು ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಲವ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣನ್ ಸರ್, ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅಥಣಿ, ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಂತೇಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್, ಶ್ರೀ ಎಸ್.ಎನ್. ಮುಲ್ಲಾ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರವಣಕುಮಾರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್, and my dear colleagues and dear students, a good afternoon to all of you. Our director has given extensive coverage of space program and space benefits for the common man. So I am not going to dwell much on that. I will speak few words in Kannada also for the benefit of some students. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರ 7 ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಇಸ್ರೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ 3 ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ್ 3 ಉಡಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಈ 630 ಟನ್ ತೂಕದ ಈ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ರಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರಾಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಜೋಡಿಸುವಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ನೇತೃತ್ವವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣನ್ ವಹಿಸಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಜಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಯು.ಆರ್. ರಾವ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಮಸಲ್ ಪವರ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್. ಈ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ 1990ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಯೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಗಾಡಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಆ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ರೂಮ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕ್ರಯೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ನ 20 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಮತ್ತು 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ -253 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ -150 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೈ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯನ್ನ ರಷ್ಯಾ ಕೊಡಲು ಬಂದಾಗ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್. ಆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯನ್ನ, ಆ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಇದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ್ 3 ನಾವು ಉಡಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಈ ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ರಾಕೆಟ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಉಪಗ್ರಹಕ್ಕೆ ಜೋಡಿಸಿದಾಗ, ಅದನ್ನು ಉರಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದರ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಚಂದ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 23ಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆದ್ವಿ. ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ 630 ಟನ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ರಾಕೆಟ್ 4 ಟನ್ ಉಪಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಡಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ 170 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಬೈ 36,000 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಡಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿದಂತೆ ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ಚಂದ್ರನ ದೂರ 4 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್. ಉಪಗ್ರಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು 4 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಈ 4 ಲಕ್ಷ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಉಪಗ್ರಹದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅರೌಂಡ್ 1.5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಂದ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಳಿದೀವಿ. ಆ ಚಂದ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಳಿಯಲು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಚಂದ್ರನ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಗ್ರಹ 30 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು 100 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಉಪಗ್ರಹದ ಸ್ಪೀಡು 1.68 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6,000 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಅವರ್. ಇದು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಏರ್ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ಗಿಂತ 8 ಪಟ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ 30 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 1.68 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು 1000 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನ 0 ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇದು ಪ್ರಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೇತೃತ್ವವನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಹಿಸಿ ಸೇಫ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಪ್ರಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರು ಟ್ರಿವೆಂಡಮ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದರು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ 2 ಮಾಹಿತಿಗಳು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುದ್ದೆಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇದೆ. ದ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇಸ್ 18, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 18. ಕೆಳಮಟ್ಟದ್ದು 18 ತನಕ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ 18ನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರು ಒಬ್ಬರು. ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಎನಿ IAS ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 17th ಸ್ಕೇಲ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರು 17 ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಂಥ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಟ್ರಿವೆಂಡಮ್ನಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಒಂದೇ. ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನು ಕಂಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ 2011ರಿಂದ 35,000 ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸುತ್ತ ಗೌರಿಬಿದನೂರು, ರಾಮನಗರ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜಾಗದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಈ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವಾದರೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಸ್ರೋಗೆ ಸೇರಿ ದೇಶದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣೀಭೂತರಾಗಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಹೊರತು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶವೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 65-70 ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ ಅವರ ಸ್ವಂತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅವರ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಒಂದು ಸದುದ್ದೇಶದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವಿನಃ ಇನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಏನು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೋ, ದಟ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉಪಗ್ರಹ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಲೆಟರ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಇದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ try to join ISRO or any other department, but work sincerely and do hard work and maintain the integrity so that you can contribute for yourself and to the country. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
What an honor it is to officially start this day on such a positive note. Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Shri S.M. Mullah, BEO Mudhol, Bagalkot, to share his thoughts on this occasion. To introduce him, Shri S.M. Mullah served in various capacities like Assistant Professor and Headmaster, He is presently working as Block Education Officer Mudhol. With these few words, I invite Shri S.M. Mullah B.O. Bagalkot to address the gathering. Sir, please.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದಿಸುತ್ತಾ ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು ಬಸವಣ್ಣರನ್ನ ಮನದಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ವೀಕ್ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ 2023ರ ಥೀಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಬೀಳೂರು ಗುರು ಬಸವ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ BGMIT ಮುಧೋಳ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಸ್ರೋ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತಾಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ 23 ಮತ್ತು 24ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿನಂದು ಆಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಗಲಕೋಟೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಮುಧೋಳ ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ವಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಮತ್ತು ಗೌರವ ಪಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವಂತಹ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಇಟ್ಟಂತಹ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೇನೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಂತ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ವೇದಿಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂತಹ ನಮ್ದು ಭಾಗ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಇಸ್ರೋ ಆದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣನ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಮತ್ತೋರ್ವ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ರು WSW 2023 ಇಸ್ರೋ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಆದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಎಂ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಶಾಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೇನು ಅದರ ಆಳಕ್ಕ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ ರೀ. ನಾವು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ವಸ್ತು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದು ಪರಿಸರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀರಿನ ಬಳಕೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ದ ವಿಷಯ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಲಾಂಚರ್ ಮಷೀನು ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ 2 ಮಾಡೆಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೂಲಕ ದೇಶ ಕಂಡ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ಇಸ್ರೋದಿಂದ ಹೇಳಿದಂತಹ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯಶಾಲಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇಸ್ರೋದಿಂದ ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 3ರ ಒಂದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ಗೆ ಕಾರಣರಾದಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಸ್ರೋ ತಂಡದ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಂವಾದ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು 1 ವಾರದಿಂದ ಪೂರ್ವ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಸ್ರೋದ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಬಂದಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ 2 ದಿನಗಳ ಅವಧಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಪ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಲ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಲಾಭ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಭಾಗದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇದರದ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಂವಾದ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೆಗಲಿಗೆ ಹೆಗಲು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಿಂತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಲಾಭ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಇನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಇಸ್ರೋ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯವರಿಗೆ, BGMIT ಮತ್ತು BVV ಸಂಘದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕನ್ನಡ.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words. Next, I invite Engineer Mahantesh S. Shutter, Chairman GC Bgmit Bagalkot, to speak a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chief guest Dr. Narayanan, Director LPSC, ISRO, Shri K. Sambaya, Deputy Director LPSC, ISRO, Dr. M. Karthikeyan, Chairman, World Space Week 2023, Mahesh Akni, Honorable Secretary of Basaveshwar Veersha Vidyavardhak Sangha, Shri S.M. Mullah, BEO, Dr. Shravan Kumar, Principal BGMIT, all ISRO scientists and staff, heads of other schools, BGMIT staff, present media members, and dear students from various schools. It's indeed a proud moment for BGMIT to host this World Space Week 2023 in association with LPSC, ISRO, that is Liquid Propulsion System Center, ISRO in this campus. I would like everyone here to be aware that this is for the first time ISRO is conducting WSW outside the vicinity of Bangalore. They have always conducted the program well within 100 kilometers. Every student sitting here should know that there are about 35 to 40 scientists from ISRO up to the level of director are here with you all today. It's definitely a great moment here in Mudhol, and I humbly request every student to participate actively and learn as much as possible from this, as this is one of the lifetime opportunity that you are getting here. We are indebted to ISRO for accepting to have this program here, which would benefit the rural students around here to know more about the ISRO in depth, understand what's ISRO, its achievement, and would be helpful in shaping their careers in this angle. See, I'll not speak more about ISRO because already speakers have spoken about it. In India, I would say we have been crazily following cricket and Bollywood actors. I'm happy to say that now the time has come that we have real heroes from ISRO with us, and who we treat them as heroes and not the real ones, but the real ones. So I thank you all the scientists who are here in our campus today. ISRO has made every Indian's chest swell with pride. ISRO, one of the followers in the beginning in the space field, is now a leader in true sense and has been guiding many countries in their space programs. Having seen all these successes from the ISRO, yes, definitely when I was interacting with the students, we had many queries like, does ISRO recruit only from IITs or from the top-notch, so-called top-notch colleges? No, friends, students, I am proud to say that ISRO doesn't have many from IITs, but all of them have come from similar colleges, the one that you are studying. So definitely it's an example that hard work and perseverance can get us the best out of the results. It is not a mandate to have to study it in the best of the IITs or the best of the colleges. So I feel with this, I can say that ISRO is not only one of the best launch pads for satellites, but also for the students in this college and people around here to prove their mettle in space research area. To pick, I feel you should definitely pick few points from our director's speech, wherein you should learn that he has come from a very rural, humble background, and we are also from the same background. I feel if we are able to motivate at least some 20 to 30% of the students, setting him as an example, him and his team as an example, I feel we have achieved our, World Space Week's programs target. It's an honor to have Dr. V. Narayanan, who has played a key role and been instrument in launching many satellites in ISRO. He has accepted the invitation and taken out time for these rural students out of his busy schedule. And to be very frank, he is also called as father of cryogenics. And I'm also proud and happy to say that he was one of the key persons to identify what was the problem in Chandrayaan-2 and get it resolved with the team, with his team. So I request everyone to give a big round of applause for him. Sir, with this, I also request and give an open invitation to have the same program in our BVVS Bangalore Biddi campus in the coming year. I assure you that rural part of Ramnagara around Bangalore would get benefited out of this program when we do it in Biddi campus. And I also wish the Gaganayana project a very big success. Wish you the very best, sir. With this small note of mine, I wish that World Space Week 2023 a grand success. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Next up, we have felicitation of the distinguished dignitaries on the dais. I request Director LPSC, Deputy Director LPSC Bangalore, Chairman Organizing Committee World Space Week 2023, and BEO Mudhol to please step forward for the felicitation function. First, Shri M.N. Athani sir, Honorary Secretary, BVV Sangha Bagalkot, will be felicitating our director. Next, we have the felicitation of our Deputy Director, Liquid Propulsion System Center by Next, we have the felicitation of Chairman Organizing Committee, World Space Week 2023, Dr. M. Karthikeyan. And finally, we have the felicitation of our BEO Mudhol. Thank you, everyone. As a token of love and appreciation, I request Director LPSC and DD LPSC Bangalore to please hand over mementos to dignitaries on the dais. I request Director to hand over the memento to Shri S.M. Mullah, Bgmit Mudhol. Engineer Mahantesh S. Shettar, Chairman GC BGMIT. Engineer Mahesh N. Athani, Honorary Secretary, BVV Sankha Bagalkot. And a very dear Principal, Dr. Shravan Kumar B. Kerur. LPSC Bangalore as part of outreach program. LPSC Bangalore as part of outreach program World Space Week 2023 wish to hand over one set of Gaganyaan and Chandrayaan 3 posters to each of the institutes participating today and tomorrow. I request Director LPSC and Chairman BVV Sankha Bagalkot to please unveil the posters and hand over to Principal BGMIT Dr. Shravan Kumar B. Kerur. These posters give an insight on ISRO's launch vehicles and spacecraft applications, the prestigious Chandrayaan 3 mission and the upcoming Gaganyaan missions. The posters will be displayed at respective schools, colleges and institutes and will be part of their science museum. Now I request Director LPSC to hand over the posters to the 5 schools which have registered here. I call upon Shri P.S. Hiramat, Vice Principal RMG High School, Mudhol first. Shri Shivanand Purvet, Lecturer SB Hority School, Yodahalli. S.A. Gotyalkar, Government Kannada and Marathi Medium School, Mudhol. Srimati Anis Fatima Inamdar, RBS Government High School, Chichakandi, sorry. Srimati W.R. Bilagi, Mantur High School. Bilagi. Thank you, everyone. Moving on, I request Engineer Mahesh and Athini sir, Honorary Secretary BBB Sangha Bagalkot, to please address the gathering.
ಕಳೆದ 12 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಿರುವ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ವೀಕ್ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ತಂಡ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಸಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೆ ಸಂಬಯ್ಯ ಸರ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. ಚಂದ್ರಯಾನ 3 ಸ್ವದೇಶಿ ನಿರ್ಮಿತ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್, ಪ್ರೊಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೋವರ್ಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಚಂದ್ರನ ಮೇಲ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಚಂದ್ರನ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗೆ ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ವೀರಶೈವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಸಂಘದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚರಿಸಲು ಅನುವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿ ನಾರಾಯಣನ್ ಸರ್, ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು, LPSC ಇಸ್ರೋ, ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ಯಾಂಬಯ್ಯ ಸರ್, ಡೆಪ್ಯೂಟಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ LPSC ಇಸ್ರೋ, ಮತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕೇಯನ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ WSW 2023 ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ 50ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ತಂಡ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಸುಮಾರು 70ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾದರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಇಸ್ರೋದಿಂದ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಡಲಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮುಧೋಳ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ, ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಲವು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದ್ದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಂತೋಷದ ವಿಷಯ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತು ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ನಾನು ನಂಬಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಂವಾದದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಂಡು ಅವರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಪಡೆಯಬೇಕೆಂದು ಆಶಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದಾಜು 10,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಇದ್ದು, ಮುಧೋಳ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಆಸಕ್ತರು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಂಡು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಗೊಳಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
To bring the ceremony to a fitting close, it is now time for us to appreciate and give thanks to those who have made this occasion a grand success. I request Principal Bgmit Dr. Shravan Kumar B. Kero to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Ellarigu namaskara. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, it gives me immense pleasure to present vote of thanks. Firstly, I thank Dr. V. Narayanan, Director LPSC, ISRO, for taking out his time and being part of this program and enlightening our students. Sir, thank you very much. Along with that, I'd like to thank Director Sir for making this function at Mudhol. Thank you, sir. Now, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Shri Shambhaya, Deputy Director, ISRO LPSC, for constantly supporting this program and being part of this today. Thank you, sir. I thank, without whom this program would have been not possible here. I thank Dr. M. Karthikeyan, Chairman, WSW 2023, for making this happen in Mudhol. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank all the ISRO team for being here and making all possible that our students can enjoy and learn it. Thank you all the ISRO team. I thank press and media people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thank all press and media people for unconditionally supporting us for promoting this program and being present and part of this program. Thank you, sir. I thank all the heads of the schools, PU colleges and diploma colleges for taking efforts and seeing that all your students enjoy and may participate in 2 days this WSW program at Bgmit Mudhol. I thank you one and all. Thank you, sir. And I thank all the students who are enthusiastically attending this program. I thank you for making this function so grand. Thank you. Now, I thank all the people who... sir, 1 minute. I'll complete. Sir, another one. And I thank our chairman in his absentia, without whose support, this would not be possible. I thank our chairman, Dr. Veeranna Charanti. I thank Sri S.M. Mullah sir, BEO, who constantly encouraged all the staff and students of in and around Mudhol Taluk to be part of this. Thank you, sir. I thank our Honorary Secretary, Sri Mahesh and Atni sir, who is constantly behind us and helping us to conduct these programs. Thank you, sir. And I thank our Chairman, Governing Council, Bgmit Mudhol, Sri Mahantesh Settar, who is constantly supporting and behind this. And because of his support, we could move ahead to everything and conduct such programs. I thank you, sir. Lastly, I thank all the people who directly, indirectly, in presence, in absentia, who all have helped us to make this function so grand success. Thank you one and all. See, I request all the students, that a lunch is arranged left of the BGMIT campus. So please all have the lunch and come back to the sessions as prescribed by the coordinators. I thank you one and all again.
I request all students and teachers to remain seated until the dignitaries proceed to the exhibition area. We hereby come to the end of our inaugural function. I request everyone to rise for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा इंद्र हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
I now request all dignitaries on and off the dais to please proceed to exhibition area for inauguration. Students and teachers may remain seated inside the venue itself.
Sir.